tachometer's not working. Gotta fix that. Gonna let the kids borrow the van to go camping on Christmas. So I pulled out the batteries, took the meth switch off, pulled out the refrigerator, cleaned out most of the dangerous sharp items. Gotta go over it at work today, double check things, and then load up a bunch of planks to work on the cabin. Ooh, it's windy out. Look at those bushes and trees are moving over there. So I'm on the last episode, or no, second to last episode of Alone Season 10. I think Wyatt's gonna win, but don't ruin it for me. I'll watch the final episode tonight. Watched all 10 seasons. And like the first 5 seasons, I'm gonna wave to the neighbor. First 5 seasons, I thought I could win this. I could go on this show and win alone. Now the last 5 seasons, I'm like, I really don't have that talent or skills that most of those contestants do. I mean, yeah, I go camping and I've gone hunting and I've done a lot of off-roading. I mean, I've gone to some of the most remote locations in Arizona and Utah, even Mexico. I've done some off-roading in Mexico. But the whole surviving out there for 90 days in the cold weather, I don't think I could do it. I mean, I'd still like to go on the show, fantasize about applying to the show and basically selling myself as entertainment, because I would show up with my Hawaiian shirt and my big straw hat and be like, I'm on vacation, this is so nice, I'm gonna do some fishing. And then, you know, I would go into the whole montage of, well, you want to get your sleeping area up off the ground due to zombies. You definitely don't want to be eating in your sleep. And I think I would start off with like trying to make some macrame hammock and get my sleeping bag 8 feet off the ground, and then, you know, do like a rain fly with my tarp over my sleeping bag. But then how are you going to heat that? Because if you have, you know, your campfire on the ground for cooking, you're just going to smoke yourself out. So then I was thinking when I was watching Dual Survival with Matt and Joe, that Joe made a elevated platform up in the tree so he could get off the ground, because he doesn't like creepy crawlies. I don't like creepy crawlies. I mean, I would definitely I would not be able to be sleeping down there with the mice and rats and spiders and all that. I don't know how they do it. I'd be all hell no. So then I would go to like an elevated sleeping platform, and then maybe make like a clay fire ring up there. You can actually have your fire up off the ground. And then, you know, those thoughts turned into celebrity edition of Alone, to where they had the cast of Dude, You're Screwed, and then Dual Survival, Matt and Joe, and then Cody Lundin on there, and then just for some fun, throw in some Bear Grylls, and then, you know, see how long these celebrity survival people can make it. I would watch that show. I mean, even if that show took like 2 years to finish, I'd still watch it. And then that went into, what about Alone, the zombie movie? Because what if you started out on Alone and then the zombie apocalypse happened and you're on like day 88 and you're like, I tap out, and no one comes to get you because there is no longer civilization. I think that would be a good movie. I mean, you could have, you know, 10 different characters on Alone that start off in the movie, and they have to either band together and find each other, or they have to find civilization, and then they find out there is no civilization, and then on the way they got to fight and kill some zombies with you know, their 10 items they brought, their bow and arrow, their machetes, their hatchets. I think it would be at least a good, like, one movie. Maybe not a 10-year TV show or like a trilogy, but I think it would be a good one-off. I mean, that would definitely be a movie I would watch. And if somebody makes a movie after hearing my ideas or puts the Celebrity Alone show together, I'll watch that too. I mean, I'd be more than happy to watch some of my ideas on TV. Oh, here we go. You ready? Let's go. So, been watching the channel lately. I've been doing a lot of the off-grid cabin building, and sorry about that. I mean, originally when we fired this channel back up after my other channel got hacked, we did a lot of off-roading and adventuring, and I really want to get back into that. I'm just trying to get the cabin weatherproof. If you watch some of the shorts, you can see the progress that I'm doing, and hopefully 2025 I'll start doing some adventures up in that area around the cabin. I mean, the whole reason why we bought 40 acres up in that northern part of Arizona was so we'd have another base to adventure out of. So that way, instead of driving 8 hours to do a 2-hour adventure and then drive home for 8 hours, we could just go up to our property, drive 6 hours, do a 2-hour adventure, and then drive back, and then we could explore some areas that we haven't got to yet. And really missing the adventures. I mean, building the cabin is fun, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm learning a lot. I did construction a couple of summers as a youth, and my stepdad, taught me concrete and some carpentry, but I've been a mechanic for 32 years, and house building and cabin building have never really been an idea until this last couple of years we bought the property. And my friend Bill was up there helping me, and like, he's a construction guy, so that's how we got the bare bones framed in and the walls sheeted and all that with his knowledge, and everything else right now, the siding and the roof and all that, I've done a lot of it on my own. My buddy Randall came up there and helped me, and he helped me put the roof on and do the windows and doors. He's another ex-construction guy, so really glad those guys are helping me out. If it was a nuts and bolts thing where I could bolt a cabin together, I'd have no problem, but some of the mechanics of carpentry, or I had to have someone show me what to do, and then I did it. My coworker Brian, he's an ex-framer, carpenter dude. He came up there and helped us put the roof on the floor. So hopefully I can get that thing weather tight in the next couple of weekends, and then I can shoot some adventure videos. We're going to do the Camino del Diablo again in February. We're going to try to get to the top of the Nacas Altas, I think is what you call it, which is the 7 or 8 or 12 waterfalls there. If you watched the videos from earlier this year in February, you can see that me and Randall climbed to the top of Raven Butte, because I thought for sure there was ruins up there, and there might be ruins. I mean, after reviewing the footage, there was definitely something up there man-made. I don't know if the Air Force did all of that, or if the Air Force took over a archaeology site, but there's definitely a lot of stuff out there in that area of Arizona on the Mexico border. So we're going to be shooting videos out there in February. Oh, gotta go. Some other places I want to go back to, shoot some videos. That mine I found on the top of the Dragoons that has been either filled with water or looks super snaky the last 3 times I've been up there in the last 5 years. I mean, it's just bucket list things is to get into that mine, because supposedly, which I don't know if it's true, and I don't remember where I've read it, because I've been trying to find this mine for 10 years now. Supposedly there's a mine out there with everything in it still. Like, they walked away one day and didn't go back. If it is this mine, it's been underwater, like it's, I don't know, 4,000 feet up, but it's filled with water. So, I mean, it could be a mine that still has stuff in it. I even thought about going in there on scuba, but I don't know if I have the skills for that. I mean, I've been scuba diving for 10 years now. I have the equipment and I know how to be safe, but I don't know if I have the talent to pull that off. So I want to get back up there, I don't know, either this month or next month, day trip it, get in there and check it out, shoot a video. I understand the lighting now, because the other cave video I shot, if you guys watched it, the lighting was so bad, it was like Blair Witch meets The Descent. It was just awful videos. Thank you people that did watch them and liked them. That's the other thing about, let's circle back to the Alone TV show. So I've been watching it for 10 seasons now, and how, like, when I'm at, like, I've been YouTubing 2 different channels now for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. I've bought a bunch of equipment. I've got GoPros, I've got wireless mics, I've got attachment for GoPros. I've tried all kinds of stuff. How are those guys walking around out there? It's super windy today, but you don't hear the wind, where you hear all the background noise in this van right now. And how is their voice so clear when they're shooting with the GoPro on their chest? I mean, I would love to know how they're getting that good a quality. I understand that they have, like, you know, a whole production team which is editing it and probably running it through some software and everything else. But I just want to know, how are they? And then the other thing is like, if you watch a bunch of YouTube and you have a YouTube channel, and like, early on I was trying to shoot a lot of off-roading and it just looks like crap. I mean, you're inside the vehicle and your view and the angles that you're leaning and the stuff that you're climbing over is impressive. And then when you look at it on film, you're like, well, that looks like nothing, or that looks like I drove over a pebble. I mean, how are they getting those shots? Well, first of all, I know they're gonna have to reenact some of the stuff, because there's no way that they have time to set up 3 cameras to shoot a bird. So, you know, they shoot the bird, they get that camera shot, and then they have to reenact them going through the trees and looking around here and set a camera up to see themselves. So they get all the, you know, some of that stuff has to be reshot. But I just don't get how they're getting such good quality for a live action show. So anyway, back to the mine. I understand I'm gonna need really good lighting. I do have some wireless mics now, and I have mic mod on my GoPro, and hopefully the adventure videos that I produce later this year will be better quality than what I've done before. I really miss that part of the channel, is the adventures. The work stuff is funny. I mean, I find it funny because I'm there every day. A lot of people like it. That's the other thing, when I'm filming at work, you can just hear that background noise there with the oil pump pumping, or people running air guns, or just the acoustics of the shop is awful. So, I don't know, I need to put a little bit more research and effort into producing a better video. I have been lazy, and I've been shooting a lot of stuff with my iPhone 15. I've stepped away from the GoPros a little. The GoPros seem really temperamental to me, and I started off with a GoPro 3. I'm on a GoPro 10 or 11 now, and I have been shooting a lot of stuff on my iPhone, because with the shorts it's so easy just to pull out your iPhone and shoot a video. watch on YouTube, they do a way better job than I do. Of course, I think that's their only job. It seems like I have 4 or 5 jobs. And then when I'm fabricating something, I really don't want to stop and set up all the cameras to do a good video, because I'm building something, and like, you almost really need a camera crew to do a good fabrication video. And then most of the time, people out there on YouTube are doing a better video than me anyways. So I'm just doing a video to show people what I'm doing in my life, but not how to do it. Because there's 100 more people on YouTube that'll show you how to do it better than me. So I think that's all of my inner monologue for today on my way to work. I got about another 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to post this as a full video. If anybody likes it or comments on it, wants to hear more of my incoherent rambling with background noise in the van, I'll post another video next month. I can easily turn this into a constant addition to the channel if anybody cares. If nobody cares, then I'll just keep my monologue in my head. But thanks to everybody that subscribed. Thanks for everybody that watched this. And I hope you guys have a great day, because it's a great day to have a great day. Stop over here, get my breakfast, which is an energy drink. Then we'll get to work. Gotta finish a TX recall. I got the transfer case almost together to get the beast on the road. And that's about it. Let's just sneak in here. Wow, this place is packed today. I'll be right back.